Hey team, welcome back to Base Bikes. Now today I'm going to show you through how to easily adjust the V-brakes on your child's bike. Now, if the brakes are a bit soft, they're rubbing, they're squealy, this tutorial is for you. Obviously, we want those brakes to be nicely dialed in so it keeps the bike as safe as possible and gives your child maximum confidence when they're riding. Start by checking that the gap between the brake pad and the rim is even on both sides. If not, you'll need to balance the brakes. To balance the brakes, you'll need to take a Phillips head screwdriver and locate this adjusting screw on the caliper. Now, if the brake pad, like this one, is too close up against the rim, we actually need to tighten this screw, which puts more tension on the spring within the caliper assembly, which pulls the brake pad away from the rim. So I'll show you how to do that now. Each time you do it, just do a quarter of a turn, then go and pull on the brake lever. Now that's getting pretty close, but I want it to be just a little bit further away. I might just do one more quarter of a turn. Recenter my brakes. There we go. I'm pretty happy with this gap. Now, if this gap was actually too big, I simply need to do the opposite and rotate this screw counterclockwise. Next, have a look at the position of the brake pads. If the brake pad is up too high on the caliper, it's going to rub on the tyre. If the brake pad is too low on the rim, we may not be getting proper contact between the brake pad and the rim. So to adjust, we're going to take a 5mm Allen wrench. I like to use a torque wrench because I can get exactly the right level of tightening. So the first step is to loosen the brake pad at the mounting bolt. Just going to reposition it just so that when the brake pad touches the rim, it is around about 1mm away from the tyre. So I'm just going to retighten that. And notice I'm just holding that brake pad as I tighten it, just to make sure I get the alignment with the rim. Now, of course, be sure to do the same thing on both sides. Now it's time to look at brake cable tension. If the brakes feel soft or delayed, we're going to need to adjust the brake cable tension. Start with the barrel adjuster. That's this little dial right here on the brake lever. Now, turning it outwards or anti-clockwise actually increases tension on the cable. So that's a really easy way to do minor adjustments to your brake cable tension. Now, be sure that you put the lock nut tight back up against the lever assembly to make sure that it stays in place. If the brake lever can be pulled all the way to the grip, then adjusting the barrel adjuster won't be enough, and we're going to have to move to the cable fixing bolt. Loosen the cable pinch bolt using a 5mm Allen wrench. And then we can gently tighten that cable tension by hand and then retighten. Now, as you're doing that, we're aiming for around about 2mm gap between the brake pads and the rim on both sides. I like to use a torque wrench so I get the tightening just right. Now test the lever again. It should feel firm and the brake pads should grab the rim early in the lever pull. Now, it's a good idea to spin the wheel to make sure that the wheel spins freely and isn't rubbing on the brake pads. It's also a good idea to test the action of the brake lever to make sure that the brakes are coming on early and evenly. If everything feels good, you're good to go. If not, you may need to do a little bit of fine tuning with the cable tension and the balancing screws. So that's it. Your child's V-brakes are now dialed in for maximum safety and confidence.